Hello, ZeldaSpeedRuns. We are back again with more OoT, which, great times. Season 9 tournaments right now. And this is the quarterfinals of quarterfinal game 2 match between Cola and Marco. On commentary today we have Alexander Harold and Out of This World Burrito. Love the two names, by the way, they're great. And two trackers are Siberian and, oh gosh, I lost the name. And Lady Draco. So with that, thank you. Okay, and with that, I will hand it over to comms, and have fun, you guys.
All right, thank you very much, Bacon.
Hello.
Well, we're in for a hot race today. We're starting with Nocturne, but then also Song of Time. But hey, two songs is a good time. How are you feeling, Alexander?
I'm feeling all right.
Good. You better be feeling all right. This is a heated match. Again, Cola and Marco, game 2. Cola took the W in the first round, and we're in quarterfinals here. So whoever gets best of 3, so wins 2 games, will move on to the semifinals. So we're making our way through these main brackets. We're almost halfway through.
Yeah.
We still have a lot more matches going on. We just end up with a lot of matches when it's best of 3.
Yep. I am genuinely hoping for a game 3 just so that we could see more. But you never know.
Yeah, both these runners historically are very competitive with one another, and if we look back at how they performed during qualifiers, Cola was seeded 20th and Marco was seeded 27th after total scores were done. However, their points difference was 29, so they were very close to each other, and their best scores were actually pretty close too. Cola had a best of 1,061 and Marco 1,002, so that's within 59. So, very similar performances this season. Cola had 6 top 7 placements. Marco had 8 top 7 placements. But it looks like we're getting our passwords entered and we're getting ready.
Yeah, like, very much, these two runners are very good. As someone who's been both of their opponents before, I can tell you they're very tough.
Yeah, and this is a trend that we've been seeing this season a lot. When we start with a warp song, the runners will just immediately take it and warp, getting a dual hint there. Or treasure chest minigame hint for arrows, so TCG is dead. And they're going to just immediately start working through cat, because this is a very dense play.
Yeah.
And they're just going to start getting all of this. When you start with Nocturne and you're already adult, your mind's already thinking, just go to CAC. Cola played really well against Zombie in round 1.
That was the final chest and ice, actually, for the hint.
Oh, final chest? Got it.
Yeah. I thought that was the case, because that's what I saw, too. Water Temple.
Light certain water. But we've seen some pretty strong play so far this season. So like I was saying, Cola beat Zavi in round 1 of bracket. Zavi runner-up for the main tournament last year. There's Dins on the box. In graveyard. But Cola, in his post-match interview against Zavi, did say that he would play around Zavi, so he would metagame a little bit in that sense. That he had an idea of where Zavi was going to go, so Cola was doing the opposite. Right now, we see him line up with Marco just because of the strength of this play, but we'll see if Cola ends up playing around Marco, because like you, Alexander, these two have definitely played against each other in the past.
Yeah, like I know Marco's probably going to play it quite a bit more safe. Because he is the one with like the slightly better execution advantage, as someone who has done a lot of speedruns of this game, as well as quite a few others.
Yeah, Marco definitely has a lot of total play time, but Cola's no slouch either. That was definitely Dins in the crate chat. It had a little bit of orange in there. It was looking citrus. But we have a big box on
it was 100%
race from Bomb Bag. This is a fast start to the seed.
Yep. If we find Dodongo's Cavern, we could do it. Cola taking advantage of that Song of Time. But both of them warped out immediately. Like, they didn't even get the Temple of Time hints. Ooh, Iron Boots. And there's Prelude on Storms. But yeah, it's 100% didn't. But Iron's on Anju, so getting the clankers out.
Wow. Looks like there's a piece of heart on 50. Oh man, what
Wait,
was on that?
hover
Oh, thank you
boots.
for looking. Hover boots on 30. Ooh. Hey, we might have we got a skull seed today.
Yep.
Wow. All right, it's 30, so it's a low skull amount. I think it was 30, not 40.
Yeah, it was 30.
Okay.
Yeah, because 40 is a Deku shield.
There we go. So the reason I'm saying we do need to get those hover boots today is we did see Marco quickly peak medallions. So, and it looked like Bongo Bongo has a Shadow medallion for us today. So we will need to complete Shadow Temple.
You know the worst part is that it could be like, we could get a CAC path to Bongo Hint as well, which would be really bad. Because actually, no, it can't be because it's 30 skulls, so it'd be probably. You could see actually Graveyard Path to Bongo or something in like Magic, but it is from the information we have. It's also one of the Prio dungeons, so it could easily lead to Bomb Bag.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Iron Boots to Shadow. Iron Boots to Shadow would be a fun one. Looks like that was front adult, and there was a small and spirit.
So adult spirit.
Okay.
And there's a key there.
We're gonna see that route divergence that we were talking about now. Looks like Marco's gonna continue up Death Mountain Trail. Well, he's gonna continue finishing CAC.
Rufio.
Yeah, he's gonna get Rufio before leaving. Cola doesn't want to go up and around to get it, so Cola is just gonna go back and go a child sooner. And Marco is now looking to do the same.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much reason just to do DMC just for the freestanding alone. I mean, I guess you could do Link the Goron, but, like, again, not much point when you know where hovers are and you don't know where hooks are.
Sure. It's like Claim Check was dead.
Haunted Wasteland is foolish. And Dodongo's Cavern is foolish. I'm gonna look at those, Yeah, fire is light med. Yeah, Claim Check is dead. That is confirmed. Bottom of the well, path to Evil's Bane. Okay. That was the one I missed.
I missed that one too.
No, you cannot beat Baronade as adults without glitches.
Yeah, we'll specify not with this rule set. Yeah, in these settings.
Yeah, exactly. It needs boomerang damage specifically.
Yeah, so far, neither runner pulling out too much since leaving Kakariko. Marco already got Rufio. Cola will likely check that later. Luckily, nothing it was critical on Rufio. We have had some seeds this season where I think there was a qualifier where Rufio held a bomb bag, and the runners who checked that soon got it, and the ones that didn't, oops. But that's how Marino goes. You gotta make those choices.
For equip swap, you also need to get that dins anyway. So.
Oh man. All right, so we got Marco out to Hyrule Field first. Making looks to be maybe a Valley Lake play here. Gonna check Tektite Grotto, then maybe go out to Gerudo Valley, not abandoning any of that, and then maybe go out to Lake.
Yeah. The Gerudo Valley Lake loop here. Even skipping, no, it's going back to Ranch. This is fair. Probably won't even do that. Might just check Child Spawn. But we did see the boulder.
Yeah, the near market
Frog
boulder.
Stew is dead. Nicola also making his way into Ranch. Marco hasn't checked Bombchu Bowling yet because he didn't have money going into it, whereas Cola did. Which is just mostly the time difference between the two.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice steel stick on Marco's side. Anything to save the sticks. Yeah, Cola also choked child shooting, which always... It happens at least once. Like someone does, and... It doesn't matter who does it, but it happens.
I think it's the harder of the two shooting minigames. Like, it's the same pattern, but the slingshot's so slow.
For me, it's actually the, the lack of a crosshair. Whereas for the bow,
yeah.
you kind of have one that's a lot more, easy to see. Like, if you look at the, the little band on it, then you get a good idea of where it... Yeah, there's the delay, too. The arrows shoot way faster. Alright, sorry, we're getting a lot of warp songs. Bottom of the well, also path to Volvagia. That is crazy stuff. So that's probably where Hammer is. And Cola is checking Child Spawn here. And there's Serenade on a Requiem. Nice hint, game. That was the Requiem has a Serenade hint. Classy. Oh, I think Marco's gonna check Minuet here. Nocturne is Storms.
And then Diving Game.
Yep. Child Zora's Domain is dead. And that's Zelda's Lullaby on Minuet, so that's another song that we can grab. Well is in oh, that's a Rudo's letter in Lost in Sacred Forest Meadow.
Yeah, for everyone in chat earlier saying King Zora's gonna gate us, not today.
I will say, I can see Marco doing well sometime soon. Just so that was adult. Shadow has 2 important items. But yeah, oh, that's a mirror shield in Mido's house. But yeah, I very much see. I can very much see Marco going to bottom of the well soon. Oh, there's something on K-Sword here.
Wow.
The K-Sword! Oh
And
my
we found
god.
strength on Hot Rodder.
Hot Rodder with the strength as well, so that's French vanilla.
I feel like both these runners right now are looking at their polls and they gotta go, oh yeah, I'm getting loaded. You know, they're both like,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh my god, we can actually get the Din's Fire. Both in logic and out of logic too, because we could do like a hover boots ground jump to almost get a hover boots ground jump.
Are we have to go back for the pot item? It's BGS!
Oh my god.
Yeah, Marco's gonna go
yes.
back for it. That's a time slave.
That is a time save indeed. May not be the 30 minutes it's memed about, but it's a time save.
Mm-hmm. Alright, Cole's gonna run into the items that Marco just grabbed. Marco's gonna head up and out of here, I think, after checking the maze. I think that's the only thing we haven't seen in here yet.
I think we might see the maze later from Marco. I mean,
yeah, once he gets...
going into bottom of the well just gives you so much more. Especially since it's full clearable from Marco's perspective. He has Bomb Bag, he has Zelda's Lullaby. As far as he's concerned, he basically has it full cleared. And there's
Yeah, the trouble with Cole is he hasn't gone back to adult to get that lullaby.
Yeah. Yeah, which definitely will sting.
Marco didn't grab the nut grade? Man. Not a fan of nuts.
But if there's something like specifically ZL locked, it might be a while before Cola grabs it. Cola also skipping the nuts. Oh, I think I saw a big chest in the water.
Oh, there's a big chest right there. Uh-oh. Well, we know this is Path Evolve and then also Path to Bane, so we knew there was at least 2 good things in here.
Yeah. Path to Bane, it's probably a hook shot if I had to make a guess. Because we know where Kokiri Sword is, so it can't be that. Oh my god, sure. There's another item.
Lights are in Water Temple today, chat. Oh, there's the bow.
Oh,
that's a very probable path.
That's probable too. It would be probable for specifically for Bane.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's a free bottle.
Yeah.
Marco's like, do I want that? Yeah, I want that.
Well, he hasn't found the Rudo's letter yet, so...
Mm-hmm. Also, could be just a big Poe, right? So we just skip having to go hunt in field?
No, it's a small Poe. Big Poe has like the green in the bottle.
That's right. I forget which one's green and which one's purple. Well, at least he can drink a ghost if he feels like it.
I'm thirsty.
You're right, there's a hook shot.
Yeah, that's probably Path right there. And I did see another big chest in the well, so it's probably a hammer in there.
I think a big difference here is if Marco finds anything past Lullaby, then that might give him a bit of an edge over Cola here in terms of routing.
Yeah, though it's not immediately useful considering if it's hammer, it just means that it can't lock, you know, the prio stuff.
Right.
Because it's specifically hinted for, Volvagia. I mean, it does save on bombs, but, I mean...
So Cole's done what he's can do, so he's gonna get out of here.
Yep.
And he's gonna go back adult mode. He's gonna do all the song checks that Marco did earlier. And okay, there's his 2 keys on Dead Hand.
Yep. Well, there's this big chest, which is the last thing then.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, it's probably just hammer.
Yep, there it is.
Yep. Hammer time.
Okay. Well, I'm sure Cola peeped that when he was in there, so he knows it's there, and he has Lullaby now, so he'll route it back in when he needs to.
Yeah, I'm
right
actually
now
more
he's heading
surprised that
through
he
the
didn't.
woods.
I'm actually more surprised he didn't hand in the sword, considering he had that quite a bit sooner than. I mean, he can probably route that back in with doing bottom of the well. So it's not like a super big deal. But I think Marco's probably just gonna rush here. So I think Cola's gonna be rushing the ice entrance, which is forest.
Yeah, are we saying, is this... Oh, turn around. Yep. Yeah, I think we're seeing both players rush ice entrance at the moment as Cola heads into domain.
Yeah, I think the plan was just to make sure that he got ZL, like pull the hook out, because you had to have a pretty good idea that was probably going to be hook.
Sure.
Because Path to Evil's Bane, we already got Iron Boots, we already got like the K sword, and ZL was just really available. So yeah, it was basically only the hook shot. The only other like curveball could have been like that bow. The Kakiri sword was 100% bona fide vanilla. Oh.
Are we laughing at the Ocarina of Time hit?
Yep. It was dead. So, AD confirmed fully dead.
Yeah, because we started Shadow Temple with 2 important items, so we saw earlier there's a refresher, but because we start with 2 songs, one of the songs has to be junk, and hilariously, Ocarina of Time is junk today.
But, a little unfortunate that Marco is here as adult, because that means he's not going to be getting the Kakiri sword for a while. But he's probably going to do the same thing Cola's doing, which is rushing Forest Temple. Okay, I was dead. Yeah, Kokiri Sword is like something pretty simple to come back to. Just when you do it is another thing.
Mhm.
Oh, I see. Since Marco has the maze fully available, might as well just do Goron City.
I didn't hit save.
SFM Path to Phantom Ganon. That would be for the Rudo's letter. Burning Cack, that's Storms. Well, DC's a foolish stone with dead AD, so we are not seeing Dodongo's Cavern.
Yeah, which is unfortunate because we were pretty primed to do it early, and then it's a pretty dense play. But we have a big chest in the back of Maze here behind Hammer, which is
Banana.
Ooh, there's a boomerang.
Goron City, Path to Baronade. Well, I don't think we need to figure out what that one was.
Hmm. Definitely BGS.
Oh my god. But yeah, definitely want to grab those skulls as well.
Alright, Mark, I'm gonna go check the Bolero song. And Cole is, yep, just working through forest here. Gonna steal Darunia's savings.
Yeah, that's fine. He has more. You'll be fine. So at least we know this is a song. Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Oh wait, that's magic up there.
Oh yeah, in that peak?
Yep.
Okay.
We know where magic is now.
I think the thing that we would still need is... Actually, good point. Are we in no mode already on Restream?
I think
yeah, I
so,
feel like we are. Yeah, okay,
we are
that's
in
kind
no
of...
mode.
We're in no
That
mode
is
less than
insane.
30 minutes in. Yeah.
Less than 30
And, like,
minutes in, and we're in no mode.
Nothing's crazy either. Like, everything Marco's doing now, Cola's gonna do at some point. It's not like there's been a crazy route divergence yet. They're just doing things in different orders.
Shadow's probably gonna be one of the later dungeons, just more to do with, like, with where the hover boots landed, more than anything.
Yeah.
It's been spicy, but we're technically already in no mode already. It gets insane. It's probably like a crazy jet. Not expecting that.
Well, I guess maybe strength 2? If that's required for anything?
I don't think so, no.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking at what we've seen so far, and I'm like, well, we don't have to do Spirit today. And it looks like there's nothing in GTG at this point, so...
Like, we have access for everything. Like, we just grab the Dins and...
Yo, Bulwark Bow?
Rang is in Path Goron City, and like in the left side of the maze.
Yeah, and Cola knows Hammer isn't well. He likely saw that big box leaving. And he knows that one of the 2 paths that he got isn't fulfilled yet, so he'll go back eventually. He's not going to abandon it.
Yeah. There's not much reason to go back when you can just do a dungeon. Because Forest is the Forest Medallion, so he gets a song out of this too. But yeah, that was a bow-locked bow in Forest. So yeah, it looks like skipping GTG may be the play today. Yeah, Marco's finally going to be going into Forest, so we'll be seeing double Forest.
Yeah, but Cola's like almost halfway done, so like, it's not that bad.
Oh, what for? What would we need scale for?
Yeah, I'm like, what will we? Din's is in the graveyard chest. It's up on the ledge.
We can get to the beans with the bomb bag.
We also, I mean, Marco has ring. When he goes child, he gets boomerang out of the graveyard chest too. And then,
but yeah, it was a almost a 25 minutes in no mode on, like, in Restream already, which is crazy. No,
yeah,
you don't
this
need
is mostly going to come down to execution.
Like, unless bronze scale is ever implemented into OTR, and put into standard for whatever reason, there's no reason to ever get scale for Water Temple.
When we have Iron Boots, yeah. Oh, hey, look, another magic, just free in River.
Oh my god!
Marcos is like, wait a second. Let me say.
I don't blame him. It was a complete surprise.
Okay. This seed's going to mainly come down to routing decisions and execution at this point. I don't think there's any situation where Marco or Cola get stumped. Like, Marco knows that he hasn't checked Kokiri Sword chest yet, so he's not going to abandon that.
Yeah, path to Phantom Ganon is specifically for Rudo's letter. It's a SFM path to Phantom Ganon.
He's now officially a Jedi.
Kokiri Sword and chest is vanilla.
Mm-hmm. Marco went there as adult, so we couldn't check it. Cola went there as child, which is why we know where it is.
Yeah. So, if, the only way I could see Marco getting tripped up is not going to Kokiri Forest as, like, child, which is possible. Although... Saria's, yeah, could push him towards going into that area at some point. But he does have progression to do, so...
Mm-hmm. We have like... We've literally only seen half of Forest Temple today, and, well, those are the only dungeons we've seen. Because there just hasn't been enough time to get into them. Oh, sure. So, yeah, Marco might just do his progression, and maybe he'll stretch to do maybe some things he doesn't need to. But I think he'll eventually get around back to Kokiri. It's just the question of when he routes that in. I think Cola's going to get back around to Well before Marco gets back around to Kokiri, though, because Cola knows his path item, and therefore Volvagia is in there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's... The boomerang and that Dins would definitely push Marco towards child more as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like it's up in the air still. But I do think I give Marco kind of the advantage for the time being. Graveyard to Bongo Bongo. That was our our last hint, which makes sense considering Din's fire.
Yeah, most likely just for the spike wall room.
Yep. For shadow key logic. I mean, going to Goron City isn't like a bad idea for Cola. Yeah, Cola's almost finished Forest, which... At least we're getting close to being out of double Forest already.
Mhm.
But that is crazy stuff. We're basically already in no mode. It's just where will our runners find the pieces?
Marco just needs Kokiri Sword for go.
Yeah,
that's the only thing where he doesn't. Yeah, that's the only thing where he doesn't know where it is. He knows where Din's is, so yeah, we could say he's basically K Sword for go in big quotes. On Restream, we typically don't mark a runner as go until they have all fulfilled their requirements on Restream to go defeat Ganon. So even though, you know, if Marco hits go mode right now, we probably wouldn't check it until he has all his medallions.
Heck,
So, just for other people.
a lot of people, some people even do it like when the runner themselves hits the go mode on their tracker. After all, you never know what's... because the runner could deduce some stuff and just actually go to where they need to go.
We've seen that a lot in Season 9, especially when I was commentating qualifiers where we had 4 players on Restream. Because for commentators and trackers, we can see the runners' full stream setups as we're grabbing their Twitch feeds. But on the Restream, you see a crop version, so you don't see their personal trackers. There was a qualifier where one of the runners already figured out the seed, and they marked themselves goal mode with 50 minutes left of dungeons to do. Because like, I know what to do, I just have to do it now.
Yeah, I mean, part of it too is being able to read the logic, especially with like path prio, makes a huge difference. Where you're able to just figure out and even eliminate where an item's gonna be.
Alright, so Cola found the boss key in the basement, very cool. And is going to collect the rest of the skulls. I think the thing that's going to drag this seed out the longest is less finding items than just collecting 30 skulls. We've had some conversations on previous restreams where, you know, collecting skulls is not fast once you get like above 10. 20,
yeah,
not terrible, but once you start doing 30, you're actively having to route in skulls. Luckily, our runners have a lot of options for getting those skulls. When they go back to Child, they could get bugs in a bottle and start hitting soil patches when they're doing some Child cleanup. Can see Marco doing that, can see Cola doing that. That's quick stuff if it's on the way. So,
like, we do know that we're gonna have to try and find, like, if we could get Suns from Prelude, that would be fantastic, because that would make routing it so much easier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there is actually a document for path priority, but basically, there's like a whole prioritization thing where some things will be hinted before others. Like, some are more RxL exclusive, but it goes something like the ability to change ages, then bridge condition, trials, and then the key, I believe.
For this season, yeah, there's the document incoherent linked. Yeah. For Season 9, though, the priority is getting Rainbow Bridge, defeating Ganon, and then being able to use the light arrows as like a tertiary one, but doesn't come up a lot. So getting your Shadow and Spirit and light arrows to activate the Rainbow Bridge is your highest priority. Then after that, getting the rest of your medallions to get your boss key. And then the third one is like in niche conditions to where if like your magic or something is in a weird spot. We usually don't see the third one. It's usually just the first and second. But yeah, I read that document. It can explain it much better than we can on Restream. I'd have to break out the marker.
It's basically the item that's there for Hero's Path. It only is there to beat Ganon, basically. So
right.
If like you have bow and magic, those things don't lock anything else in the seed, basically, other than other copies of themselves. Yeah, I believe that was actually the case. It is technically a logically locked forest, which is disgusting.
Oh yeah, because they had to go back down for the key. Yeah, so in these settings, there is a logical requirement to complete forest with hover boots, which is basically getting across the push block room using hover boots. Our runners use the recoil.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So to sidetrack that requirement, but they would logically know that, oh, hover boots was required, which means you're technically required to have 30 skulls before you complete Forest Temple, but obviously our runners are not going to bother with that. That's slow. Especially since Forest Temple has so many quick skulls.
Pola's going to buy the bean here. And then probably go open up Water Temple entrance.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can very much see that as well. But yeah, Cola's gonna buy the bean here. He might actually spot the magic and get it from here.
Yeah. Because to Cole's knowledge, that might be the only magic available. He doesn't know about the one crater. So he'll just see that and go, oh, okay. Cool. I was thinking if he was going to turn in the bottle, but we have the hint that diving game and Fortress is dead, and then we know that the job entrance is to DC, foolish. Which is foolish, and we don't need the item. We don't need the ruby at the end. So there's really no reason to go up to Fountain at this point anymore.
Oh, I see what Cola's doing here. He's not gonna get the magic.
Dampe time?
Yeah, he's trying to route in Dampe digging. After that, he's probably gonna go into the well and maybe, like, to get that hammer, and then go into, like, Kokiri Forest area.
And he does have quite a few skulls in here to grab his child. Granted, he does have boomerangs, so he can't get this one in the graveyard right now. But he can do a few other things while he's here. And yeah, I'd agree. I think at this point is best time to route back in going into well. If I were him, I would open that big chest before doing Dead Hand. Because as people were saying in chat earlier, if Cola doesn't know that it's 2 keys on Dead Hand, but if you pull a hammer out of there, you're like, oh, I'm out of here. This is the last thing I need.
I think if he's been keeping count of his keys, he should know. Although it has been a while, so... And you will sometimes forget how many keys.
Yeah. Well, he did go down to basement, so he did go through that way, and I think he opened the key
he's
door
peeked
for that,
everything else too, so he should know. He might hand in. I don't think he's.
No, he's not going to hand in 10. I don't think you're going to see Cola turn in until he's at 30, because there's really nothing bottlenecking him after he gets this hammer. He will need to go back to Goron City as adult, which he doesn't have Sari as yet, so that's very likely to happen. He'll go back to Goron City as adult.
Oh, he's
the hammer to get the ring. Yeah, and then he'll check Bolero to get Saria's.
Yeah, this made sense, because I don't think he has the Skull Mask hint yet. But that should be 12 for Cola here.
I believe you're correct. And Marco on his tracker says he has 8, so not far behind.
Yeah, I believe it was hinted in DMC.
Yep, and here's goes straight back into well as Marco takes out the 3rd Poe sister in Forest Temple, and we know boss keys is sitting down basement, so Marco's going to be done with Forest here. Question is, where does Marco go after this? He can't go to water because he didn't get Kokiri's sword earlier. I wonder if he just goes back to Child like Cola?
I can see that.
There's no way he goes into ice, right? I don't think either of these runners are going into ice.
Yeah, I don't see that coming.
Like, ice is very accessible being in Force Entrance, but based on the songs, you know that you do not need to do ice right now.
Yeah, Cola's been keeping count of his keys.
Yeah,
oh,
and
Cola,
yep, he's out of here.
he hasn't handed in the K sword yet. Oh, I see. Oh, he's gonna get the... I think it's the I don't think he's done Richard, and he hasn't done the token yet in Hyrule Castle yet.
Correct. He's gonna do night stuff.
And there's also the one in Market he can grab, so... Richard brought home a big bag of money.
Well, you know, that's a good dog.
He is a good boy. Some may even say the best.
I don't know. I feel like the Majora's Mask runners would have something to say about who's best dog.
I said some, I didn't say all. True. Dogs usually cost you a big bag of money at least.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jack's point, now we have the wallet. I was thinking about it earlier, like if something was in Central Pillar of Water, so there's some like tunic logic, like boss keys in there or something. Now Cola really doesn't have to worry about it, because worst case scenario, he could buy a tunic if he feels like it. Oh, there's a slingshot. Nice
slingshot. Okay. Oh yeah, Cola's probably gonna... This is the time for Cola to just hand back in the, hand in the sword. And it's probably gonna go water next. There's
yeah, it's progression.
Only two skulls he can't get in water. The second one only being because he doesn't have, long shot or hover boots.
I don't think he's going to be too bent out of shape about it.
Yeah. You'll probably also get that Kokiri sword skull as well here.
Yep. Looks like he's heading straight for it.
Actually, I could see Marco doing this, like, getting K-sword while getting this token as well.
Yeah, potentially. He is playing Prelude right now, and it looks like he's going to back out into Hyrule.
Probably OGC. So he can set time of day, because no mark. Yeah. Like, yeah, there's the skull, and he doesn't have Sun Song. So this is the time to do it.
And he just, by beating the temple, he already set midday, so that's a lot of time to burn otherwise.
Yeah, exactly. And it also sets him up perfectly for Dompe time, too.
Alright, Cole all done with Child again. Having turned in Kokiri's sword there, is going to go Adult, and like you said, he's likely just going to either go Water. He might stop by Goron City for a hot second, since he hasn't done that yet, to pick up a song. Because, you know, he has one in Crater still. But I think he's going to go grab... Ooh, yep, nope, playing Minuet.
I mean, we don't have Bolero. And we're probably
Right.
not getting it either, so...
No, at this point, Bolero has to be on, what, Ice Cavern or Prelude
Yeah,
Check?
we already got Prelude Check. That was Epona.
Oh yeah, wasn't paying
Alright, yeah,
attention.
because Cola's gonna grab this token here, and it's gonna grab the one in Kukuri Forest. Yeah, Royal Tomb or Ice. And yeah, Marco's gonna pick up that wallet, probably go into Graveyard. Once he finds that K-Sword, he's effectively in go mode. Ooh, Cola going for this token.
This is gonna be an awkward one to get sometimes, especially if you don't have long shot. I think it's easier with long shot.
It is much easier with long shot, but
Oh, we got it. Nice work.
if you know that the skull hit, the reward hitbox is actually bigger than the skull hitbox, it helps a bit.
Yeah. He's gonna get the one behind the twins' house too. $17 for Cola and Skulls, so not bad.
And realistically, probably gonna come out with like one, maybe two more in water. If that. Oh, Cola's gonna see if he can yoink some hints here. It's a repeat for the well. I actually thought the
We're just missing like an
Marco's
important
not-
check hint, and maybe some sometimes hints. Also, yeah, he's burning Dampe time here. I think he could still hit it though.
It's too late now, but I mean, he could just go back and set
Yeah,
it. It's not that bad.
Save.
But he's probably gonna save after that slingshot or like warp.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you save to scum time of day. But it is too late for Dampe. Or just barely too late. But, I mean, if this is Sun Song, this is still good for Marco, because then he can just route in... chickens into leaving CAC to do Dampe digging instead.
Mm-hmm. And you also have just be able to grab skulls, like say you're top of river, but it just turned morning, and you're like, well, I'm gonna go down this anyways. Let me just play Suns really quick.
Because, yeah, this is Bolero. It's not as nice, but it is what it is.
Yeah,
Oh
it
my
is Bolero.
goodness. Oh, that was close. But Marco's going to use the boomerang here.
He's gonna grab Din's finally, and then he can get another skull here in Graveyard.
You might grab some of the ones in CAC, but the next play I see afterwards is definitely Jabu. Because it's
Right.
extra tokens, it's progression as well.
Yeah, and as a reminder for chat, Jabu Jabu is inside Shadow Temple today, so Marco would just have to grab this Din's, warp back up, open it up, and head in. We're getting bugs! Oh, Marco's gonna start playing the bug card here. As Cola's actually going over to Dark Link's side now.
Well, you can't do vanilla BK without hovers or long shot.
Right.
So yeah, this makes sense.
This room that Cola's in right now plays infinitely better with hover boots. I'm just gonna say that.
Oh, 100%.
Way better. I know.
Yeah, doing this room as
is
intended.
At least this last Dragon Head's really polite and just shoves you on top of it if you're standing in the right spot.
Yep.
Oh, Marco actually turning in 10 here.
Looking for K-Sword.
Good point.
Because we basically have no hint for it.
Yeah, I think Cola was less incentivized to check 10 when he was in CAC earlier and had 10. Just because he's like, okay, well, I have, like, most of the things. The only thing floating in his head would be Boomerang, but I think he saw the hint for Goron City is path to Baronade, so he's like, that's just probably my ring. Whatever.
Yeah, though it could lead to a pretty nasty hunt for it, but I do feel like Marco's probably gonna get it soonish. I think that was a biggie on River Chest.
Yep.
That's probably light arrows, so you gotta save here.
Sure is, you're correct. No scumming those keys.
I mean, it is also a token he grabbed, so, I mean...
Right.
No complaints, right?
Oh, we gotta do Dragon Room. And Marco is now into Jabba Jabba's belly, so we'll be seeing some new checks on Marco's side here as well on the left.
Yep. Yeah, it's the other thing that could be... Oh my god!
Yeah. I was wondering
Just,
if Cole, like, peeked this when he walked in, or if he just jumped in and YOLO'd it. But, yep, there's your boss key.
So, yep, water hop time we go.
Yeah, Cole pulled light arrows from here. He's just gonna go complete the boss and then leave, and he's not gonna worry about returning.
Yeah, he might do Goron City, but, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. This would be an okay time to do it. I mean, I do this hook shot back up the vines to get up top.
Well, he does have a song check, like, so
yeah, that's what I'm like saying earlier.
Yeah.
He still has DMC song check, so he's just like, well, could be Bolero, could be, you know, Sons.
Yeah. We know where both magics are. One is on the volcano in DMC, and the other one is in, like, Zora's River. Kolak was about to grab it, but he could, like, because of how close it was to nighttime, and he doesn't have Sun Song.
Yeah. Yeah, because one is in DMC, I don't think there's any way Kolo's missing magic, because again, he's going to go up there for at least to find the song, then he's going to peek what else is up there, and he's going to go, oh, there's a magic. So he'll either plant a beam, go get his boots first, or he'll just end up in River and grab that one.
That one, yeah. You could, yeah, go into River for Adult Skulls and just find it. That is possible. But, he's gonna get those, that Dins first. I think it's really gonna come down to when Marco gets it. Although I could see Marco actually full clearing water. Because Cola just kind of sped through water.
Potentially. Oh, Nehru's, wow.
Nice. Great, great find. Marco is kind of on the clock. And that is Storms.
Yep, Cola first to Storms.
Yeah, Cola just has to really find the magic, basically. Oh, he's grabbing this token in the tree.
Love this
Grotto.
token. It bails me out so many times. Just wait, I need one more. Oh, there's one in front of CAC.
Yeah, unless Cola gets the Baronade path, he doesn't have an immediate reason to really go into Goron City.
Yeah, I just feel that if you're up in DMC, the quickest way to access it would be from Woods anyways. Woods in Goron City, so then you're just there. But if he's not too keen on checking what that song is, then yeah, he could put it off for a while, which here he goes, back to Child. So.
Yeah. I think he's probably just gonna grab
I think he's going to...
if it hovers, if he does find it.
Yeah. He's going to check this song, it looks like, in Composer's Grave. Nope.
Nope.
Doesn't care. He could just be looking at songs and he goes... Yeah, he could just be looking at songs and goes, well, I have access to the Fire Temple area for DMC, and what are the odds that last thing is sung, so screw it.
He's also opening up the well entrance, because fire is a bunch of tokens as well.
Yeah. And we do have to do it today. And yeah,
Right.
that's a good point. Happy 1 hour, everybody. You're here at Zelda Speedruns. This is the quarterfinals, a quarterfinals match of the Season 9 main tournament for Ocarina of Time Randomizer. We have Marco versus Cola. It's best of 3. Cola has 1 win, so if Marco wants to stay in the tournament and have a chance of moving to semifinals, Marco's going to need to win this match. But tracking for us today are Siberian and Lady Draco. Thank you very much. Bacon for Prezi started the restream for us, and Baseball picked it up, so thank you both for helping out today. And thanks for being here, Alexander.
Well, I mean, someone's got to babysit me. I'm kidding. Yeah, I see Cola probably going to be getting this this token, so he can set it immediately to night.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you get 2 tokens on the way to fire, basically.
Right.
It really does come down to, like... I feel like it's going to be a Boomerang versus Kukiri Sword between these two. Because we haven't found another path hint in for Goron City, except for inside of Goron City.
Good point. There is a copy of it out there, but we're starting to get to the hints where they are out of the way and very not nice to get. So, Back of Lake, Hyrule Castle 2 and 3. So, we are running out of places where that copy could be in a nice place.
But yeah, it really does, like, for Marco, it comes down to when does he go to Kiri Forest. Like, I could see him routing it in with Saria's song and like, Target in the Woods.
Yeah.
But Cola is probably gonna be, it's actually gonna be slightly trickier for Cola, I feel, actually.
You do?
Yeah, like, when you go to Goron City, when you have Fire Temple at the ready.
Wow, 2 pieces of heart on 10 and 20. And Marco on Baronade, and Kola is, going straight into fire. So Kola's going to pick up a lot of Skulltulas here on the way of doing progression. Going to put that hammer on. No Goron Tunic, but Kola's got a lot of hearts. He has more than 4 hearts. He's basically heart rich for this.
Marco getting, unfortunately, bullied by Marinade.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and good call out by Baseball. There is a French restream today. Thank you to Alisuna. Link is in the chat. I always appreciate the activity of the French community, which Marco is a part of, the Francophone community, I should say.
Yeah.
I was listening to, not the most recent, but I think it was the second most recent Gossip Stone podcast. And I think their estimation was 60-40 Europeans versus people from US, North America. So definitely a large portion of Francophone players in the Ocarina of Time Randomizer. And for anyone worried about scale, there it is on Baronade.
Yep. Funnily enough, I don't actually think it's all that useful.
Nope.
I struggled with French when I was in school.
I took Spanish.
I mean, I still struggled with English, to be fair, but still.
That's okay. You're more proficient in Randomizer than I am. I'll help with your English. You help with my Randomizer. I call it a fair deal.
Marco's probably gonna hand in. Yeah.
He wants this to be Kokiri's sword. It's not, but he wants it to be.
Yeah. May as well do a bit of child cleanup here, if you're Marco.
Let's go. We're having a question in chat. What's Go condition right now? Go is Marco finding Kokiri's sword, which is the vanilla chest, so the Kokiri forest maze where you normally find Kokiri's sword. And Kola finding Boomerang, which is in Goron City maze behind the Hammer Rock, so the left side chest. That's basically
there is magic too, but I mean,
I think Kola's just gonna run into magic.
Relatively easy to find a freestanding magics.
Yeah, they're literally like magical butts out, hanging out, like very very visible, not even hidden in a chest or anything. Like Kola's gonna end up either in River or DMC at some point, and he's gonna go, "That's my magic."
Yeah. There's a chance he'll probably run into Rang as well.
It's trickier with Marco because he went to Kokiri Forest as adult, did Mido's house, and other stuff. So
I actually
Kokiri
see
Forest
Marco
doesn't have a lot of density.
I see Marco actually going into Kokiri Forest just because of skulls. Because he has the
I
bottle.
can see that.
He's gonna set it up so that he can do that, and then he does the check, finds the sword, and is basically in go mode. Like Lost Woods, like between Lost Woods and Kokiri Forest, that's 3 skulls and several checks, so he's going to find it and basically hit go mode.
Sure.
He's setting up Scarecrow here, and he's
gonna set up Scarecrow and then do Child Fishing. He's not going to swim into Domain. We know Domain's basically dead at this point.
Yeah.
And then, the only reason he would go into Domain is because he'd want to go out to River for some reason, but Marco's the one who already hit up River, so he's not
for a
keen on
token.
that. Yeah, I guess for a token, but...
Because it's almost nighttime, so you can get that token in, like, on the ladder.
Do you think that's a stronger play than going out South Hyrule Field? We haven't seen South Hyrule Field from either runner yet.
Well, Marco knows he's gonna, like, once he gets the hover boots, he can just do Shadow.
Right.
And then he can chase density from Shadow, especially since we know there are 2 major items there. Like, we know they don't lead to much, but he can, like, kind of follow that, you know, looking for the Kokiri sword.
I'm just gonna project that the two majors in fire are like FW and
Oh yeah, he's
a
going
bottle.
Southfield here.
Okay.
Oh wait,
Because of
no,
my
this
brain
is
wave.
the bean first.
Sure, plant your. Wait.
The
No, he's
soil
got
patch.
hookshot. He doesn't care about bean, does he? He wants the soil
No, it's-
patch, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
And then he might read the hint, or he just might leave. He
Yeah, I'll
wants the
read
hint.
the hint.
Oh, wait,
no,
also
this is-
token here.
Oh, this is token here. Yeah.
I
So
forget
you get
about
the
this
other one in
token
the
only
base.
because half the time I'm here, I don't have like ring or hookshot, and I hate doing this without ring or hookshot.
You can't even get it with a shot.
Oh yeah, good
Shot
point.
only. Oh, he's going down Southfield here.
All right. Because like my thought was he could go south field, and then if he wants to lead it into Kokiri Force from the other side, and then he could do those Lost Woods checks that he does, and then he'd be like, oh, I'm here for a Kokiri sword. But he might warp out after this. He might go Valley weirdly, because actually no one's gone Valley yet. But we'll see. As Cola is getting another token here as he goes through the Rolling Boulder Maze. And as Chad was pointing out earlier, there's a potential for Pierre to have boss speed. For Cola's sake, he doesn't want that. He does not have Scarecrow Song set up, and he doesn't have Long Shot, so he can't Pixel Shot.
I mean, it wouldn't even be that difficult, like, to route back in Pierre, but it would absolutely suck.
Oh, it just feels bad. Like, a lot of the times where we're saying this would be unfortunate, it might be not a huge time loss, but it's just a feel bad. Like, you go through all of fire, get locked out from doing boss because of Pierre, and you don't have wind. You're like, ugh, gotta go set up Pierre, get Pierre, come back, or find Long Shot, and then climb back up to Pierre.
But yeah, we just found the 20 skull sometimes hint.
Well, that's fun.
Yeah, Marco might do Kokiri Forest first, over Lost Woods.
Which would be good for him. That'll get him his K-Sword. He could turn it in.
Probably
right
still
there.
do Lost Woods just for tokens alone, but
Oh, there's the
the other
Goron
copy.
City Baronade hint. It's
that is kind
right
of
there.
out of the way for Cola, actually, I think.
Yeah, I don't know when Cola gets around to that. Maybe when he gets like, okay, I'm just gonna push my overworld checks. But for now, he still has plenty of fire to do as he's opening up shortcut here. I didn't see what was in the shortcut chest when he went by, but
I think
he
it's a
wants it,
small
whatever
key.
it was.
Well, even opening up the entrance just in case you need Pierre is kind of
That's
important.
And yeah, it does look like Margot is going to Valley, and it's chat saying this may be an effort to burn some time of day, make it night again, and
Yeah,
maybe
Valley
pick up
also
some
has
skulls.
tokens.
Yeah,
Marco might
if time of
hit
day doesn't
30
align for those tokens, then you'll have time of day for somewhere else at least.
Yeah, true, we can do Web Grotto.
I don't think we're gonna see Web Grotto, but we could.
Nothing big in Hyrule Field. The only thing was the other copy of the Goron City to Baronade hint. Another
Ooh, a bottle. Marco, no!
See a bottle. He's already got enough.
He does have 2 bottles.
Extra bottles? I don't need them.
What's behind the waterfall, Marco? Can we see it? He's on.
Piece of art.
He's gonna grab the hit though, at least, and then maybe Soil Patch for another token. Yep.
Probably save warp after, maybe?
Where's Child Spawn again?
Lost Woods.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, Cola's probably gonna grab this.
So I guess we'll put Marco up to 27? 26? I think it's 26.
Yep.
So Marco's
Okay,
almost
so he's
at
gonna
30.
get 30. Yeah, he's gonna get 30 basically in Kikiri Forest. He's also gonna get that the K sword. Oh, well, there's fire arrows.
Fire arrows and fire temple, huh?
Classy even.
Thematic.
So we'd be it's Dancing Dad here. Makes sense.
Now, Child Goron City is usually an awkward location to route in for runners and randos, but when your child spawns right there, you have no excuse.
Yeah. It'd be funny if there was another vanilla strength. Or another vanilla item.
Dad makes us stronger. No, he just gave us a shirt. He's like,
gave
here,
us
I
a
don't want to see
shirt.
you go unclothed.
He gave us a blue shirt. He didn't want to give us the red shirt. Because then that would be, you know that your character is dying. Because the contract's been expired.
I like the comment. That's a grandpa gift. That's 100% true, because not only is it just a shirt, but it's a shirt that's too big for Link right now. it's always the wrong size when you get it from a relative.
I mean,
All going all the way
a
up.
shirt's a shirt, right?
This is going to be a fateful chest. We're going to see what's on Hammer Chest here. We would have seen all the chests but Pierre. I have not been counting these, so...
We are still jetting
still-
along.
Yeah, while our runners seem just to be kind of reaching for some things right now, they've been largely doing progression, so... Oh, there's Boss Key. Cola gets bailed out of having to come back for Pierre. All the way up on Hammer Chest, though.
Oh
another
my god.
Marco. He avoided one to get another. Good. We're in bottle percent. The important percentage. Ooh, we gonna jump? Nah.
So Pierre is a small key. So fire is
Yes.
not hovers locked.
And there's our gold scale off of
Nice.
Ocarina minigame. Lost Woods is good. I like Lost Woods today.
Which I feel like Marco's probably hitting effectively go mode soon. Because
Yeah.
you don't do this without getting Kokiri Sword Chest.
No, because you're already here. What else would you come back for, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, the bomb back.
Nice.
And Cola fighting the Fire Temple boss.
Yeah, there's some cooking here.
Yeah, there
Yeah,
is a
unless you
chance that
memory
chat's
hold
talking
it.
about they could just forget. We've seen that happen a few times already during the tournament, both brackets and in preliminaries. Just sometimes there's a lot going on and you just forget. But he's back walking, so I don't think he did.
Well, he already did the, I know he did that scrub already.
Yeah, on his first visit.
Probably gonna grab the, skull first. If
This will
he
be 30
does
for
leave,
Marco.
then this is truly unfortunate.
And Cola done with Volvagia. Very good fight. No trolling going on.
29.
That's 29 for Marco.
Oh, he's going back for it. So pretty much his own last child trip is just gonna be for basically, opening up the well entrance. Vanilla heart container.
you should turn around and go open it. Yep. So he'll be able to go into water. I think he's just gonna try to go mode water as fast as he can, like Cola, at this point, because he has everything, or he knows where everything is at least.
Yeah. Oh,
So,
Cola's
yeah.
doing back of lake hints. Unfortunately,
He's not
we
gonna-
know we're both copies of the Path to Baronade hint, and they are not in lake. They are.
No.
There's one in field, like in Remote Grotto, but this is not Remote Grotto. SFM has 3 major items. I mean, two songs, and then Naruto's letter.
That's literally just all checks in SFM are important.
Yep.
So he is doing back of lake here to get these hints, which we know won't be important, or they won't help him, but he's in lake. If he doesn't go out to South Hyrule Field, I don't know when he would, and then he would run into that hint, since we know it's in Remote Grotto in the southeast end of Hyrule Field. So we'll see what Cola does here.
Yeah, Marco's already hit go on his tracker.
Yeah, he knows. He's playing Bolero, canceling Bolero. So right now, Cola is up a...
Oh, I think he's probably gonna go Goron City here.
Yes, which is good for him.
It's just density play here, which is good for him.
So Cola's up a Fire Temple, but Marco's up a Jabu Jabu.
Yeah, but it's a full Fire Temple. It's not like...
Right. Like, Marco has to climb all the way up to Megaton Hammer chest.
Yeah.
So I think that would give maybe Cola the time edge, as Jabu Jabu shouldn't take as long as a full Fire Temple. But this race is gonna definitely come down to execution.
Yeah, and
Cola
half
checking
a water
Storm's
too.
Grottos.
Looking for the hint and the items, because he's not seen either magic yet. Like, we know where they are, but he's not seen either of them, and he's probably gonna spot the one in DMC first.
Yeah.
Yeah, Marco just hit 30.
Yeah.
I think he's like 20, around 25. I
Cola.
want to say 26, 27 maybe.
Oh, he's going River for Skulls because of time of day. He's gonna see magic here.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's gonna find his magic, and then it's just finding Ring. Yeah, so this seed has come down to... It's going to be a big execution race here very shortly, as I don't think Cola's going to leave Goron City for very long, because like you said, Cola knows its density at this point. There's 24.
Oh, 24.
For Cola.
This is speed 25 now.
Rang is in Goron City Maze behind the Hammer Boulder. It's a left side chest.
And Goron City is path to Baronade for it, but one hint is in Goron City and the other one is in Remote Grotto in Hyrule Field.
Cola did not peek the chest.
Cola
He
did
go
not
into
even
Maze
go
yet.
into Adult Goron City yet.
Yeah, so Marco did beat Cola on the skulls, but Marco started playing pretty aggressively with those bottle checks, or with the soil patches as he went around cleaning up child checks, looking for his Kokiri
Oh yeah,
sword.
Graveyard to Bongo Bongo is in fact their last hint.
Yep.
For Dins for Shadow Key Logic.
Alright, so Cola's gonna grab this magic.
Oof.
That jump sucks. It's always harder than it looks. You see people miss it, and you're like, nah, that jump's awkward. It's just awkward.
Yeah, it really comes down to when Cola gets the boomerang, basically.
Mm-hmm. Okay, there's his magic. He's gonna warp out of here with Prelude. This might be a child. Is he gonna go do TCG? Nope, he's gonna back up.
No.
All right. Oh yeah, no lens. That's right. The setting the seat is lens is hard required. You cannot get your 1 in 32. So maybe lenses in shadow. We have 2 important items in shadow. Maybe Marco will find a lens for.
Oh,
Honestly, he's not going to open any big
hold
boxes. There's a big box.
think-
He doesn't care.
Oh, I think I know what Cola's doing here. It's time of day for DMT area.
Oh yeah. Did he get the skull in Adult Goron City yet? Because he could get 1 from there, and then he has the 2 red
hasn't-
boulders in DMT, and then the wall, if he didn't do the wall earlier.
Yeah, like I said, he wasn't in Adult Goron City at all. That's why. So he's going to get the tokens on the way because he's already done the ones in Lost Woods. So yeah, this is Goron City. So this is a race.
Mm-hmm.
Because you don't just grab those tokens without doing checks here.
No, you're here. You're here, and you're still looking for Boomerang. You're not skipping these.
Although he will.
Oh, he wants the hint,
this
too.
first. He'll probably get the one in the maze, or try to get the one in the maze. Right, that was
And
the
then
second
rolls
copy
eyes.
of that hint.
Yeah. I think the other hint was in
Azor's River.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just do maze here, with Link the Goron being a bit of a pain.
Well, there's our second important item. Oh, Marco is going to open this one.
Kind of curious.
Oh.
Well,
I'm actually wondering why he even... I mean, I guess because he was already next to it, so he could just open it. But, here comes Cola with the Boomerang on the right side. Here you go, everybody. You're right, he doesn't want the hint.
he wants that hint so bad. It'd be even funnier is that he gets this hint, and then he goes and checks it.
I mean, that's exactly what he did. Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, that's go mode for Cola as well. Oh, he's just... Oh yeah, this makes sense. He's gonna do Jabu instead because it's progression, and he can just route in the skulls there.
Mm-hmm. Jabba's got a lot of quick skulls, as you were talking about when Marco was heading there.
So yeah, both of them are in go mode, so... Basically, it's a race to the finish.
Yeah, 1 hour and 26. But yeah, so Cola has... Cola completed water. Cola has to do all of Jabu Jabu and all of Shadow. Marco has to...
He doesn't have to do all of
finish...
Jabu, he just has to... because he can skip the Boomerang chest. All of
That's
Shadow,
right, yeah.
sure.
He can skip 1 chest. You're right. That is a time save.
Yeah, but
Marco
it is
has
a pretty
to
big time save.
Marco has to climb all of fire, do half of water to find the light arrows and the boss key and dragon chest. Because light arrows are at the end of Stake River after Dark Link, and then the boss key is in the dragon chest. So kind of nasty spots for those. And then Marco has to
Marco,
also do the rest of the shadow.
I think Marco's gonna full clear Water Temple, if I'm gonna be honest. There's a chance that Marco could do River Loop early like Cola did, but there's also a chance that he might just full clear Water Temple, and that's gonna burn him time.
Yeah, it depends on what route he decides to take in water. Because when Cola ended up in there, Cola had fewer options not having hovers. So he kind of got encouraged in going to the Dark Lake side sooner.
Yeah, it's gonna be a pretty close one for sure, though.
Mm-hmm. There's
But
also
a fairly
opportunities to
long
lose
go
time.
mode.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of opportunities to lose time just from shenanigans.
Falling in fire could happen. Falling in shadow, voiding in shadow here a few times. I usually see it happen at least once, like every other race. I think it was in a qualifier. Cola got trolled actually in Shadow in the big room of the guillotines. He got his butt cheeks cut off twice trying to run through. You just have those days where Shadow's out to get you.
Yeah. I will say, too, that Marco has to basically go all the way to the top in Fire Temple because the BK is on Hammer Chest, so... Marco does have a lot of time he needs to go through, and water could easily take more time for him just because he can full clear it more easily.
Mm-hmm. This is an exciting race because again, Cola is up 1 in a best of 3. So if Marco loses this, Marco's out of the tournament and Cola secured his seat in semifinals. But if Marco wins this, we're going to go to the 3rd round. So if you want to see more Ocri of Time Randomizer or you're rooting for Marco, you do want Marco to take the W here. But if you want Cola to have a clean sweep, you're obviously rooting for Cola.
Yeah.
This will be a close one though in either case.
Oh, 100%. But yeah,
Well,
fire is
have...
like exceptionally long this seed. Like it's because
Mm-hmm.
Marco might pull out get Pierre, and that does burn time still.
Yeah, playing Serenade and swing across.
And just the check itself does as well.
Sure. I do want to highlight, though, yes, we do have a lot of long dungeons left, but that leaves us a lot of time to chat and watch two players who are very good at the game execute. I do want to bring up, though, that there is another stream happening today on Zelda Speedruns for the Ocarina of Time Randomizer main tournament. It's going to be Mr. Mario versus Rafa in Game 1 quarterfinals. That will begin at 7 p.m. Eastern. So make sure to come back around to see that one. There is also another game going on right now. I believe it's Floosh versus Seti. That is not being strictly streamed, though. But hopefully we can get them on for their Game 2 in the future. What's up, little bunny?
Yeah, Cola grabbing the tokens here. I mean, they're together. They're really quick.
Mm-hmm.
For the most part. That one is annoying, but it is what it is. But yeah, Marco reading the logic for this hint, knowing that Shadow, like, Dins is required.
Yeah.
But we still had to full clear Shadow anyway.
When I saw Graveyard Path to Bongo Bongo and I knew Dins was there, but I know obviously Shadow wasn't in Shadow Entrance, I was like, ooh, we gotta go to the spike wall.
Yep.
Alright, yep, the Floor Master giving us the last small key we need to finish Bongo Bongo. Marco's gonna go ahead into the Bongo Bongo fight here momentarily as Cola faces off with Big Octo. Gonna be a quick fight here for Cola. Very nice.
But yeah, it's gonna be real close, I feel.
No, absolutely. This is a very hype race to be watching as we just wind down into raw execution here. In Season 9, we've seen a lot of races where we do have a few dungeons back-to-back to do, right? At the end of the seed. But there's also been a lot of races that's just come down to somebody missed something either like in the overworld or maybe they didn't push a dungeon early enough or they abandoned something in the overworld, and so the race ends up usually being who's going to find the last item they need first. That was a little bit of the element here, but we both knew because of the locations these items were in, it was just more of a, they're going to find it. It's not in any weird spot, but when. And they actually still found it fairly relatively close. Mark, you were correct. Marco did get to Kokiri's sword before Cola got to Boomerang, so you beat me on that guess.
Yeah, the hitboxes can be a bit odd.
Yeah, it's because if you jump a little too soon, they don't want you to touch it yet. But that's 30
there
for
it is.
Cola, so Cola will get his hovers after this, and he'll be able to just go stomp out Shadow Temple. And yeah, blink if you miss it. Marco's done. That big Goron sword makes Bongo Bongo quick kills very easy. And Marco's just going to roll right out of here and head into... I think he's going to do fire or water. Did he go back and play Song of Storm? No, he has to still go back to play Song of Storms to open fire and bottom of the well. So that's going to need a little bit of time.
Water Temple first.
Yeah. So he's going to go to water and get his Song of Storms.
Water Temple, like what I was stressing before, is that Water Temple could actually be the big variable, because Cola couldn't full clear it on his first trip, so he did like the river loop, like the Dark Link loop, and it paid out massively. But Marco, he can full clear.
Yeah, absolutely. Both these runners are also poised to get sub 2 hours on this race, so this, I would say this falls into Jet. I'm just kind of like saying anything that's sub 2s this season's on the Jet side.
Yeah, Cola's only has Shadow left, whereas Marco does have a very long Fire Temple, and Water Temples, both the light arrows and the boss key are in the Dark Link loop, basically. So... But yeah, it is very dependent on Marco's water routing.
Yeah, exactly.
But I see him full clearing it, and that's probably gonna be, I think it's Cola's game if he does a full clear.
We're about to see right here. I think if he starts floating to the bottom, it's not great. It's not going to be looking great. Or sinking to the bottom. Let's see. Yeah, this looks like a full clear route. Okay, this might be Cola's W then. Because when Cola came in here, he went to the compass or map chest first, and then he took a little bit different route from there. Get eaten by Headless Bongo. Honestly, I think the Voids in Shadow Temple are more dangerous than Bongo at this point. So just falling.
Yeah, it really does come down to Marco's water routing.
We do have the normal length fairy, yes. So, but Marco had to sit through that too, so it's not really that much of a time difference, but it does extend how long Shadow Temple on its own is. And yeah, he's going to lower the water here, and that's not great for Marco. He needs to get into that Dark Link side, and he's not going to be able to right now.
Yeah, we have slow boat.
I like how people call it slow boat, but really it's just normal boat.
Because it's slow.
But it's only slow because there's a fast boat.
Exactly. So it's a slow boat.
It's the time you get to stretch, though. You get to stand up, stretch. Maybe if you're still thinking about hit logic, you can. But in Cola's case, he's just going to be sitting on the boat, gritting his teeth like, is Marco ahead of me right now? Because there's nothing else to think about. It's just X to even finish the seed. So you're just sitting there like sweating.
Imagine extremely slow boat, where it takes like 10 minutes to get to the destination.
Don't give them ideas.
Yeah, it's a full clear of basically a full clear of Shadow. Both runners are in go mode, but Cola, I do believe, is ahead.
With this water routing, yeah, from Marco. Cola would have to eat some major time losses here to give Marco the opportunity to catch up. It was really back and forth a lot of this seed, though. There was times where I felt Cola's routing was proving a bit stronger. There was times where I thought Marco's routing was proving a bit stronger. So it's been a good back and forth this seed.
Yeah. Yeah, I did want a game 3 too, but it's very much looking like it's Cola's victory.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so Cola's gonna go into the central pillar here, raise the water. We don't need any more skeletons anymore,
yeah.
so I don't expect him to do that. And Cola is diving through these guillotines now.
Yep.
Well, if anyone wanted to know what was in the rest of water, Marco's showing us, so your
Yeah.
curiosity will be satiated. But yeah, it's a stressful like time because these are both long dungeons that they have left to do, right? Especially since we have to do full fire, and Marco's taking the full clear option of water.
Yeah.
And Cola's obviously in a Shadow Temple, which is one of the longer dungeons, just by its nature. So it's just kind of like sitting here like, how close are they going to be once Cola exits Shadow and heads off to Ganon? And, you know, you're just watching for anything that can eat time. For right now, there's nothing for Marco to really lose time other than just how he's routing this water, but that's just what he decided to do, and that's just decisions you have to make. Whereas Cola, Shadow, I think there's more opportunities to lose time, like falling in this room. I say that because as somebody who falls in this room a lot, I fall in this room all the time.
I mean, I still sometimes fall in this room. I mean, it just happens.
Yeah, Emo was trying to help. Emo Soda, for everybody, was trying to help me, like, on one of my streams once, get the hover boots from the stealthless platform past the elevator and down to that narrow ledge. And like, what am I doing wrong here? And he was like, you gotta be going faster. I'm like, okay. And I went faster and it didn't work. And I'm like, I think the angle's bad. He's like, yeah, also, or they're like, yeah, also the angle. And I'm like, damn it.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, it's
moving,
speed and angle.
If you want that moving platform, you have to be moving fairly fast, and you gotta go for, like, the center. Because you have really good odds of just landing on it.
Yeah. Always a good place to get humbled in your execution. Marco had a lot of hearts there for Dark Link, but Big Goron Sword, not too much of a problem. 2 swipes at Dark Link and he's gone. Okay, so Marco's gonna find his light arrows at the back of River here, and then he's gonna find the boss key and Dragon Chest. And then we'll be off to fight the boss.
Yep, and then it's gonna suck really bad having to go through that fire temple, because it's really deep, that boss key. The deepest that it could possibly be.
At least he doesn't have to stop for the skulls like Cola did, so he doesn't have to switch his boots on and off. But he did spend a bit of time going out for solo patches, so
Yeah.
I don't really know who got to 30 more efficiently. Marco got there sooner, obviously.
I'd technically say Cola did, just because he was able to route in, you know, Jabu and get those there. So he was doing progression. But, I mean,
Yeah.
Marco, if he had the Kokiri sword, he would have done the same thing with water and fire. But, I mean, Kokiri sword was, like, virtually unhinted, basically.
I think it just was unhinted. It was Sphere 0 just hanging out.
Yeah, it really was.
This is a rare S9 seed, though, where we didn't see Ice Cavern, we didn't see GTG, we didn't see DC, we didn't see Spirit Temple, we didn't see Deku. We didn't go into 5 dungeons this seed. Yeah, not a single stone dungeon, and we only went into Well, and that's because it was hinted.
Double path. So,
Double path. So yeah, because a lot of these S9Cs I've been seeing either you have to get into like side dungeons a lot because of the entrance randomizer, or you just have to dip into some stones. This one was really just, you don't really need to bother with any of that. We never even crossed the bridge over to Fortress. We got Requiem early. We just warped out to, you know, Colossus.
Yeah, Shadow. Yeah, so, for Shadow. Yeah, the only side dungeon really was Well that we needed to go into. In fact, the Dongo's Cavern was hinted foolish on top of that. Heck, Forest really didn't have anything because, I mean, like, Rugo's Letter was hinted path to Phantom Ganon, so there was no way it was going to have, like, you know, the Shadow or the Jabu kit.
Hey, it gave us a bigger quiver, okay?
Yeah, I mean, if we're missing a lot of shots. But Jacola's like almost done Shadow, and Marco's got to go all the way to the top.
Yeah, Cola's definitely ahead here. I also want to give a shout out while I'm thinking about it. Challenge Cup is still ongoing. There's actually some matches going on today, so I'll also make sure to check that out over on the Silver Gauntlets when restreams are available. Lots of really good matches going on over there, as well as it was a tight qualifier season this year. The last few years, it's just been tight as everyone's just been getting steadily better at the game, but S9 qualifiers are particularly spicy.
And I mean, it was a lot like I've been saying this for like the last 2-3 seasons. Is like, yeah, it's so variable that someone that could have been in top 32 or originally top 64, like a previous season, could end up in Challenge Cup with how close some of these quals can get.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And like, I still haven't changed my opinion on that.
Alright, Cola's going to grab the boss key here, but then still has to visit the Floor Master, get the silver key, and they'll be into Bongo Bongo. Marco's heading out to play Song of Storms, and then we'll have to warp back, turn into Adult, and come back to do Fire. So we are winding down in our final moments. But yes, Cola being a whole long fire up on Marco here is definitely the main differentiator here. And to your point earlier, thinking about where the tiny differences occurred, I would agree that I think because Cola's route allowed him to stay within dungeons that were progression, that were also giving him skulls, saved a lot of time. While Marco got skulls faster, he had to spend a lot more time in the overworld, and while he got the Kokiri sword faster, he did a lot of checks that Cola just avoided, like Child Lake. Cola just never went to Child Lake, period.
He never went to Lake at all.
But there was Adult for the back of Link hits.
Yeah, that was it.
That was it.
But that was it.
Yep.
But like the big difference too was, yeah, really that the Water Temple route saved a lot of time on Cola's side.
Oh, absolutely. Not having to do half of water saves so much time. Marco heading into fire here as Cola heads into Bongo Bongo. Cola will need to climb up Ganon's tower and clear it, so that'll add a couple minutes, but Cola's going to be finishing here within the next 10 minutes?
Yeah, sometime in like the next 10 minutes. I mean, the whole tower climb itself is like about 5 minutes.
Didn't get that BGS from Big Goron Pod. but that's okay.
not
It
a
doesn't
big
save that much time. Yeah, so chat's bringing it up now, but it looks like Cola will not have any losses so far in main brackets.
This is quarterfinals.
Yeah, in quarterfinals. He 2-0'd Zavi, and I think 2-0 Marco. He did have a loss in the preliminaries, though. So there he played against Zephyr.
But in brackets.
And lost the match to Zephyr. But yeah, in the main tournament brackets, he has not had a loss yet. And that's Shadow for Cola. So Cola is in true ready, I am done. Let's go defeat Ganon mode here as Marco is doing the hammer loop and then is unfortunately going to have to climb all the way up. Marco didn't go back to Lake and get Pierre, right? I didn't miss that.
Yeah, so he had to kind of gamble on it.
Yeah, I think he knows that there's a good chance that at this point Cola was at this location or even ahead of him, and he's just gonna go, okay, I'm just gonna hope it's not on Pierre.
Yeah, he didn't get the Adult Scarecrow song, so he will save a little bit of time, but like, Cola is basically just at Ganon's doorstep.
Yeah, there's no way Marco's coming back from this. Cola would have to take multiple deaths within the tower, and I don't foresee that happening. Alright, Cola's got the Rainbow Bridge out, is gonna cross. Yeah, so I think the main story of this game was, namely, finding that Kokiri sword early ended up being very advantageous for Cola's routing.
Yeah, that was a big thing.
Yeah, it not only enabled him to route skulls better, but then he didn't have to do as many overworld checks, especially as child, so he just had less travel on the overworld as a whole. Marco still played very well. It was just unfortunate that he got around to Kokiri as an adult and just went, well, I'm missing one check in there. It's not very dense.
Can hold on.
I'll leave it for later, but it was the one check that he really didn't want to skip. And that happens sometimes.
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah, but even given that, I think Marco played the seed very well. And pushing skulls as aggressively as he did wasn't bad.
Like,
yeah, no, it's a jet. It's just who catches
definitely
the wind.
Doing a sub 2 here.
Mm-hmm. Neither runner got lost. Like, neither runner was like, what am I doing? Where am I going? Even when they were missing something, they had either hints to point them in the right direction, and they kept that on track, like Cola going back to well for the second path hint, pulling the hammer and going, I don't need to fight Dead Hand here, I'm leaving. That saved him a bit of time over Marco as well, who Marco continued to defeat Dead Hand just to see that it was 2 keys. And then, Cola kept hunting hints to try and figure out where his last path was. It was just unfortunate that one of the 2 copies was right next to the item, and the other copy was out in Hyrule Field, and Cola just didn't get around to that. But Cola found the boomerang eventually because, again, you pointed out, Alexander, at that point, Adult Goron City and DMC was a dense play, so he was going to get around to it eventually, and sure enough, there it is.
Like, it had quite a few skulls in the area that Cola hadn't picked up, like 3. But because, you know, when you saw that boomerang, you just immediately rush into, like, you immediately rush Jabu because it's tokens plus progression.
No, absolutely.
But it is funny that Cola managed to dodge both scales.
Yeah, well, I think there was one in Baronade, right? So
yeah, there was one on Baronade.
Oh, he just didn't pick it up.
He didn't pick it up, he dodged it.
That's fine. I mean, he knew at that point he didn't need it. Why grab it?
Right, Cola doesn't even have a bottle. He has to use spin strats.
Oh yeah, because he never turned in letter. Good. Oh, all right, but he got the right timing. Doesn't have to round 2 Ganondorf. He's gonna go straight into Ganon. Oh, Marco using the hover boots to get up on the maze a little bit sooner there.
Ah,
Try to grab it.
unfortunate.
Yeah, this is a difficult trick.
Yeah, I need to practice it.
I've seen it save time in some of the races this season, though, so it's a good one to have in your pocket, because Fire Boulder Maze is slow. I hate this room. What's up, ZeldaSpeedRuns? Francophone? What's good? Party of 23 coming in hot at the end of the race as we have Marco versus Cola. Cola is in the Ganon fight already, so we're wrapping this up very soon. Marco played an excellent game. The main story, as we were talking about right before the raid, though, was Marco just missed Kokiri's sword in Kokiri Forest, and that resulted in him grabbing it a bit later, which kind of had a domino effect on his routing decisions, which extended a lot of his dungeon visits and how he was pushing for skulls, because maybe he thought, you know, as you were pointing out, Alexander, he thought maybe Kokiri was on 10 or 20 skulls, so...
Or like,
yeah.
or in Shadow, too, because he didn't have... Like I said, that's why he was in Kokiri Forest, because he was going to push to 30 in Kokiri Forest. And then, if he didn't find it, he would have gone into... Like, he would have gone into Shadow and tried digging for it.
Right. And we did have that hint that Shadow had 2 majors, so it was not a bad play given the information.
Yeah, exactly. Of course, well, it's just unfortunate that it didn't end up being that way.
Nah. You just have to play with the information you're given, and I think Marco still played it very well. But here comes GG's for Cola, everybody. Get ready. He's going to finish off Ganon here, and Cola will come in for an interview. Let's wait for him to join the Discord chat. And there it is, GG Cola. 155.11.
Yeah, that was fairly jet. Hello,
yeah, GG Cola. Congrats on
Yo, GG.
Well, what did you think of that seed?
Oh, that was the seed that came and went. It was just happening, I guess. It was not much good.
No, a lot of the items were just out there. The hints were really straightforward. We were talking about a lot on stream. The main difference we saw between you and Marco is Marco made it out to Kokiri Forest as adult first. So he did everything but the Kokiri sword chest, while you made it out there as child and pulled Kokiri's sword early, and that just had a knock-on effect on Marco's route. He ended up doing a lot of overall checks and stretching for trying to find Kokiri's sword. He was pushing 30 skulls sooner than you by using Bugs and Bottle to get into Shadow sooner because he had the 2 important item check. But eventually he routed back in and found Kokiri's sword before you found Boomerang. But at that point he burnt too much time, and then he did a full clear of water.
Yeah, I feel like I had a really good route this seed. It was really solid. I did a couple extra checks here and there that I didn't have to do, like especially around market and stuff, but it wasn't that bad. Like I was pretty confident that I was in a good spot there.
Yeah, no, you played excellently given the seed, and when the seed started out, we saw the item loadout. We're like, yeah, this could be fast. But then when we started seeing where all the items were, you two were on a pretty similar routing for a little bit, and then diverged after basically the first CAC visit. And we just saw, you know, Marco pulling like strengths in Cha Goron City, and you're over pulling Kokiri's sword out of Kokiri Forest, and we're like, oh, this game's just giving it to us. This is going to be execution, and who finds their first item last.
Yeah. The one thing that I could have easily missed was the magic, basically. That was scary. Like, if I don't get the magic before Boomerang, I don't know when I'm going to get that.
Fair, because there was a second magic on the volcano in DMC.
Oh, well, never mind then. That's free.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about also. We're like, well, a lot of the important items aren't even in chests. They're just out there sitting. So if Cola doesn't make it out to River, Cola's eventually going to make it up into Crater when doing like Adult Goron City or something, and then it's just going to see it sitting there and grab it.
Yeah, I mean, I was like literally 2 checks further.
Yeah. So yeah, we felt you played really strong. How did you feel about your execution? Since we don't have too much to speak on logic for this one.
I thought my execution was pretty fine. I failed the slingshot minigame once, but that was about it.
Yeah, it happens to
Yeah.
all of us at least once.
Yeah. But the rest was pretty fine. Like I did what I had to do execution wise.
So with this one settled, you're going to be moving on to semifinals, where you're going to be either playing against Flush or SETI. I think their match is still going on. Their game 2. So you have that to look forward to. Both of those very strong runners. So there's definitely no free win out of that next one either.
Oh, I mean it's top 4. Who's gonna talk about a pre-win and that, right?
Yeah, right. So
There's like no easy run how I left.
no. And we were talking about earlier too. You've had no losses so far in the main bracket, and your only loss in the preliminary brackets was against Zephyr, and Zephyr was already knocked out in round 1. So the one person who has beat you this season, once we got to pools and brackets, is already out of the tournament.
Yeah, I mean that's something you can brag about once I get crowned the champion, right?
Oh, there you go. That's good energy to have.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you're excited for semifinals. This was a really close race. We enjoyed watching it. We felt there was a good back and forth that you two had, and yeah, you made the right decisions and saved a lot of time. Alexander, was there anything you want to ask Cola or wanted to mention?
No, not really. I think just a lot of the stuff I saw that like I probably might have done too, but I'm not sure. Like I'm definitely not sure when I would have gotten shoot. What was the item of? I don't think I would have really missed out on any because it's almost stuff that I normally check anyway. So
Yeah, it wasn't the
Yeah.
hardest seed for sure. Like it was pretty straightforward.
All right. Yeah, well, we wish you luck in semifinals. Top 4 is very exciting. You're the first one to get their position confirmed. We still have matches of going on besides Flush and SETI. There's one more match day, which I'll leave for baseball to talk about. But I think with that, we'll go ahead and hand it over to her.
All right. Hi. Thanks everyone for watching. Great match. Thank you to both of our runners, Cola and Marco. And thank you to our commentators, Alex and Burrito. Of course, our trackers, Lady Draco and Siberian. And of course, big thank you to Bacon for getting us started today. And thanks to our French restream team, as usual. They're awesome. Yeah, they're always putting on races, especially when we can't get them, so appreciate them. Okay, in exactly 2 hours, we are gonna have Mr. Mario versus Rafa, game 1, right here. Should be a good time. Join us for that. I'll be there. I'll be tracking, so you better be there. Okay, I don't know what else to say. Are there matches tomorrow?
Is there?
Oh, Mario versus Rafa game 2, 1 p.m. tomorrow. And I guess game 3 is not required for Cola versus Marco, so I'll take that off the schedule. Woo! Okay, that's it. I don't have anything else to say, I think. I get a nice little break for the next race, so that's exciting for me. Yeah. I'm gonna raid the human protractor, who's doing some Majora's Mask any percent speed runs. So, not the 6-minute one, the little bit longer one. No major glitches. I think it's 6 minutes. I don't know. It's like the length of the first cutscene. Anyway, see you later. 2 hours. We'll be back. Okay. Bye.